Happy Thursday, everyone. Well, low pressure has arrived for our area. You can see these cooler colors to the north of us. This is the upper air levels, but helps to cool down the lower air levels, the actual temperatures that we feel during the course of the day. High pressure was built in just a bit to our southeast, and it's still there, mainly a little bit further to the east itself, but that's still bringing hot conditions as you look at the southeast United States. For us, the Pacific Northwest, or the southwest United States, I should say. For the Pacific Northwest, a little bit of a change as we go throughout the day today into the weekend. Likely to see much cooler temperatures than what we were seeing even about 4 or 5 days ago, where we were closer to triple digits. We're closer to the upper 80s for those same areas. So let's watch as we go from Thursday into Friday. Low pressure passing through, bringing us these cooler conditions overall. You got counterclockwise flow with it. So when it comes to Oregon and Northern California, that brings in more colder air from the north. So as that moves out, we have another system build up behind it. Now this one's interesting. We got a couple different models saying one thing or another. If it stays mostly to the north or mostly to the northwest of us, it's likely that we'll see high pressure build in again to the south, and that means some hotter conditions as we go into next week. Not quite the triple digits, because that's still out there, not quite those triple digits that we saw over the last couple of weeks, but still warmer than average. Now, if it doesn't do that and instead passes on through, we're going to start to see even cooler temperatures as we get towards the middle of next week, or at least hold on to what we're seeing over the next couple of days. A lot of 80s and low 90s as we get into next week, a little bit deeper into August. So a cooler August overall possible with this system out there. Even the potential for some showers, that's mostly going to be for the coast. It really depends on where this goes, so we'll be keeping an eye on that over the next couple of days, but looking like it is going to dip down into our area, at least into the weekend. Another thing we're watching with all of this going on is as we have that change in systems from high pressure to low pressure to high pressure, we tend to see winds pick up just a bit. So we'll be watching that when it comes to the spread of fires overall. What we're looking at here is the smoke from those fires. This is from 11 a.m. yesterday to 11 p.m. when the fires really pick up in the afternoon. Let's put some markers on it. You can see where a lot of that smoke is coming from. It's just about everywhere, almost a ring of fires around Josephine and Jackson County, Klamath County dealing with that as well, and also smoke from the Carr fire near Redding. So we do have plenty of that. South Umpqua complex bringing smoke in. And you can see, especially in the afternoon, the Taylor Creek fire and the Klondike fire really picking up. Once you start to see those shadows on the cloud cover itself, the smoke cover itself, that means smoke making its way to much higher levels. That means it can travel farther. So we check out the coast today, cloudy, then clearing with some patchy fog and drizzle. A lot of your temperatures in about the mid-60s, similar to what we saw yesterday. Winds pick up in the afternoon for the West Valleys and especially east of the Cascades. But speaking of the West Valleys, back to the 80s. Haven't seen that for a little while. 89 for Medford, 88 for Montague and Wairika, about 87 for Grants Pass. So a bit of a cool down there. That definitely helps firefighting efforts. Winds picking up kind of cancels that out though, so we'd rather have the calmer winds as well. East of the Cascades, you do have some smoky areas, but a lot of your temperatures in the mid-80s, so a bit of a cool down there as well. I'm going to hold on to this at least into the weekend. Now I'm going a little more conservative for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Temperatures as high as about 95, 96 degrees, as low as the upper 80s. So we'll be watching that as things develop. More smoke into the weekend. Klamath Basin also holding on to smoky conditions for the weekend. Cooler towards Saturday, a little bit warmer towards Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Mount Shasta, Northern California, mostly clear conditions outside of the smoke and haze as we get into Saturday, Sunday. More cloud cover as we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week with slightly warmer temperatures. And for the coast, mostly hanging around the mid-60s with some patchy drizzle possible in the mornings, as well as plenty of fog. Slight chance of showers arrives towards Monday.